So one day, several years ago, I was sitting at my desk at work and watching the clock. I was excited to get out of there. We had planned, my husband and I had planned to have a family barbecue with all of our kids and all of our grandkids that evening. We had recently purchased a big jungle gym and had spent several days putting it together. And so we were excited to have this family barbecue and surprise our grandkids with this big fun toy. And so as I was sitting at my desk, a knock came at the door, and my boss came in, and he said, I need to talk to you. And he kind of had a pale look on his face and not the usual happy self that he is. And so he sat down and just blurted out, because there's no other way to say what he was going to say. But he said, the company has decided that all managers need to have a bachelor's degree. Now we don't care what you get it in, where you get it, how you get it. All we care is that you get it. And we'll pay for it. But you need to let me know if you're going to go down that road or not. And if you're not, we will have to terminate you. And so you can imagine the train wreck that went off in my head. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I thought, I didn't do well the first time I went to school. How on earth am I going to make it this time? I'm a 55-year-old lady who enjoys work, but enjoys her family and her grandkids and doing things outside of work. I can't work full-time and then go straight to a university or a college and sit in the classroom for another couple of hours. And so I really, I didn't know what I was going to do. So I went home and I talked things over with my husband, and we decided that financially I needed to keep my job. And so over the next couple of weeks, I visited different universities and many counselors, and trying to figure out how many credits different universities would take so that it would cut my schooling down. I didn't want to start from day one. And I actually had quite a lot of credits from BYU. And so it was really hard because there were a lot of schools that weren't going to take those credits. So I was sitting at my desk again one day, and one of my doctors walked by that I work with, and he said, I was thinking about you last night, and the thought came into my head, you should go to BYU Idaho online. And I had never, ever thought about that before. I'd never thought about online school. And so this was exciting to me. So I called BYU, set up some times to visit with the counselors, and long story short, they took absolutely every single one of my credits. And from 30 years ago, they took all of these credits. And so it really cut down the amount of time that I was going to have to go to school. So what is online school? It's basically getting your education through the internet. All you need is a good computer, you need internet service, and you need a desk. And that's basically all you need. So what are the benefits of online schooling? There are so many benefits that doing online school has to offer. So first of all, it's very attractive for people that are older, such as myself. Going into a classroom scene and sitting with 30 other students that are 20, 21 years old can be very intimidating. That younger generation, faster on their computer, faster thinking, faster everything. And so online school is very attractive for older people for that reason. It's very flexible. You can adjust your schedule. Students can work, they can raise a family, they can go on vacation, they can do anything while they're attending online school. You can study and attend class in the comfort of your home. You can even attend class when you're sick. You can save money and time by not having to drive to the school. You can save money on gas. If you're a mom that's trying to go back to school and further her education, you can do it without having to worry about paying for daycare or getting somebody to watch your kids while you go to class. If you're the breadwinner of the family, you can still bring home the bacon and further your education. You can still be able to financially help your family and sustain your family while you're furthering that education. And then if you have a family, you don't have to worry about the quality and quantity of time that you're going to give your family. You can still do all those important things and study and do assignments when your children are in bed. So I think back to that train wreck, that day that my boss just told me that I was going to have to go back to school. And I realized that round two hasn't been very bad at all. In fact, one of the things that I have loved about online school is that the first time I went to college, I didn't do very well. I have a hearing problem, and so the classroom atmosphere doesn't work very well for me, but being able to read everything and just the whole way that the online schooling is formed, it works very well for my situation. And so I've been able to gain confidence, and I've been able to be an example to my friends and family, those that I've worked with. I've sent several of my employees to do online school while they're still working for me and to further their education. So don't let going back to school scare you. We're told as members of the church to further our education, to be anxiously engaged, to always be learning and progressing. And we can do that. We can do that with online school and still enjoy our life and not be bogged down with the classroom environment. So I love online school. I would recommend it to anybody.